I'm Rachel from 7 in All, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I'm planning and preparing to use the Gather Round Christmas unit study with our family this year. So before I get into actually showing you what this unit study looks like on the inside and showing you how I've prepared it and how I'm planning to integrate it into our lives in this coming December, I wanted to talk a little bit about why would you plan to do some school stuff, homeschool stuff specifically about Christmas. I know definitely some kids who would be asking, isn't Christmas all about getting a break from school? And do not worry, Cassidy, we will be having Christmas break. But I thought that this would be an opportunity, and I see it as, in a way, a special opportunity this year. Now, if you are new to our channel or don't know us very well, our family is expatriates. We live in a tropical region far from our native homeland of the USA. I was born in Michigan. To me, the imagery of snowmen and driving around in the dark and the cold to look at Christmas lights and feeling freezing cold after you come out of candlelight service on Christmas Eve, all of that imagery means something to me, and it makes everything feel like Christmas. And I like, that is my childhood. That's where I'm coming from. I do have those traditional kind of feelings. But my younger siblings, my children, have either never been to the USA or have never been to the USA at Christmas, have no memories, no associations with this. So as an expatriate mom who's kind of raising cross-cultural kids, raising third culture kids, you start to wonder, well, what traditions and what feelings do you get associated with Christmas? When Christmas isn't attached to seasons anymore because we don't have seasons, then what different activities do you do? Because a lot of the times when I'm looking at different activities or ideas, it's all snowmen related, and we just really don't have a lot of snowmen here in the tropics. And I know a lot of people are in a similar situation. Also, because we are expatriates, Christmas doesn't mean getting together with our families, and that is just one of the sad things. One of the costs of living far away is not getting to see your family for the holidays. So you don't have the snow, you don't have the family. Usually we do have, church opportunities to be involved, to go to services, or to be in plays or pageants or choirs or those type of performances, and just have fun with your local church community. And this year, that's not happening either, sadly. That will be missed too. So when you don't have the weather, you don't have the extended family get-togethers, you don't have the church, we also don't really have necessarily the traditional Christmas foods feast, although we do make very good food. And I really enjoy our Christmas recipes. It's also maybe not exactly the same. So I thought, you know what, this year when we really don't have a lot of opportunities for festivities, and I doubt that probably the malls and so on will even be putting up much decorations because they're not trying to attract big crowds of people, then this year will be a good year. Hey, let's try doing Christmas, experiencing some Christmas traditions through schoolwork and through learning about it. And learning about American Christmas traditions actually is a cross-cultural learning point for our family. So that's kind of my backstory, my reasoning that led me to deciding, hey, you know what? Let's try a Christmas unit study as we're approaching Christmas. Right. I'm going to be showing you the Gather Round Christmas study, and I do want you to know this is not your only option. There are a variety of excellent Christmas options that I've been seeing different companies coming out with this year. I have definitely seen one from Campfire Curriculums, one from the Gentle and Classical Press, which I noticed is really affordable, one from the Peaceful Press. So yeah, the Peaceful Press had one as well. So those are other options as well. I'll be showing you Gather Round Homeschool and how I've kind of set it up in a way that will work for us and work for our situation. And I will warn you, mine is a very, very simplified, streamlined kind of way. I'm not all about necessarily being super Instagrammable. I'm about practicality. So this is a 3-ring binder, If you're in the US, you might not know how amazing it is to have a 3-ring binder here, but this was like a free with purchase something at a bookstore a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure the reason that this was free with purchase is because it's a 3-ring binder, and they don't have 3-ring binders here, and A4 paper is not really made to fit into 3-ring binders. But I like 3-ring binders. I think they hold things way better than 2-ring binders, so I'm very happy with this. Also, it's green, so that's perfect for Christmas. So this is a great use. This binder has been used before for like other kids' notebooks and stuff, but right now it's going to be our Christmas binder, and I'll be showing you a look inside in just a minute. Can I just ask, do 3-ring binders filled with page protectors remind anyone else of their childhood? Like, to me, this was homeschool when I was a kid. You have your binder, you have your page protectors, you're writing with a dry erase marker so mom can use the page for the next kid down the line. This was all the rage. So I have very fond feelings when I see a 3-ring binder full of page protectors. I did buy the digital, so I just printed what I wanted and what I needed, which is the great thing when you're just printing yourself. This was DIY printing. So a big aspect of the Gather Round Christmas every single day is supposed to start with a recitation of the Christmas story. If you have older kids, you could print a copy for everyone to read along with it. And the idea is kind of just becoming more and more familiar and memorizing the story as you go. I printed out the NIV version. They have 3 different versions. And I went ahead and laminated this one and just stuck it in this pocket in the front so that I would have easy access to it no matter what lesson we're on. And since I didn't want to waste a laminating sheet, I double-sided it and laminated one of their songs. They have 1 song for each week, 1 hymn for each week. So I laminated the first week's hymn together with it, Away in a Manger. I actually almost didn't print any of the songs because they're kind of the most basic hymns, so I know these very well. I was thinking, I can just sing them. Don't need the music, don't need the lyrics. But I thought it would actually be good for the kids to see the sheet music because they don't really have any chances to see sheet music. So I thought that'd be a nice little learning opportunity since we don't go to churches that use hymnals. Actually, we haven't been to church since they, locked down. Oh, this year. Okay, so you start every day with a recitation of the story and a song, which you can see that here. They have your kind of little checklist. Then in the first lesson is kind of more focusing on Mary's story here, and some different readings here as you go in. And so the first lesson's really short. There's some connection ideas, there's extension activities. The activity that's kind of overarching the whole unit is making your own little nativity scene, which I really like that. I love nativity scenes. Maybe I'll show you sometime. One of my most treasured possessions is a tiny pewter nativity scene that was given to me by my sister when I first moved out of the house, and it is so treasured to me. So this idea of kind of building a nativity scene as you go throughout the unit, I love it. So this is just a little printable paper scene. It does tell you, if you wanted to, you could not make it out of paper, make it out of clay or something else. But I think with our kids, we'll do the paper, we'll have them color it, cut it out, build it, glue it to cardboard. They have little figures to go with it. I'll show you in a bit. So I just put everything in the page protectors here. And my idea is we will do these lessons. I am not going to wait all the way until December actually starts to do this. I think I'll start it a little bit earlier because I doubt that we would 100% be able to finish if we waited until December had already begun. So I think we'll start maybe mid-November or so. Like I've said, we don't have fall here, and no one except our family celebrates Thanksgiving. So it doesn't seem as weird to start celebrating Thanksgiving or Christmas a little bit early and start talking about it a little bit early. So each story is going a little bit, or each lesson is going a little bit more into the story. a little bit more into different elements. I really liked this aspect, talking about the hymn, O Holy Night, which I really love this one. And then talking a little bit about some story behind it. So the hymns are one of my favorite parts, and getting to really talk about hymns. That's something our family does do naturally, and something I'd like to do more of. So talking about hymns. And then the other thing I really liked was that they had movies and movie discussion guides. They have option 1 and 2. If it's up to me, we might watch all of the Christmas movies and more, because I love Christmas movies. And I think that the talking questions are good, are really nice to think about, not just sitting and watching a movie, but thinking about what you watch. That's really cool to me. So you just go through, they have the lessons. The artwork is definitely beautiful. I could imagine some people probably like cut it out and make it into Christmas cards. You definitely, it's that pretty. So most of these are just little readings, little assignments, and you always have that rhythm of starting with a song and starting with the reading of the story in Luke, the Christmas story in Luke. They talk about symbols, some of the classic symbols of Christmas and some of the history, some around the world traditions, which to our kids, American Christmas traditions, and I can talk about, driving to go look at Christmas lights in the snow, traditions that they have never really seen before. And so those are the lessons. It's not a lot, it's 12 lessons, so pretty easy, I think very doable. This is the song for probably the second week? No, that's the song for the third week. This is the second week. Guess I put them out of order. And then in these pages in the back, I didn't want to go and make separate binders completely, so I just put all the pages for the activities we're doing in lesson 1 facing this way in the page protector, and then this is lesson 2. I put all the pages for the activities that we're doing in lesson 2 facing out this way, and then 3 and 4 and so on. So there are a couple pages within each of these. There's a coloring sheet for each of them, but then there's also other activities. Same one. Let me see if what I can find in here. But then I'm not wasting a whole ton of page protectors. I have it all there right in order for the lesson. What these are is Christmas cards. It prompts you throughout to have the kids write Christmas cards, and then you had these nice little printable cards right in the back so they can write on the inside. That I really liked. There was prompts too. You can make a handmade ornament, different activities. Some of the activities are more like kind of cut out and make a bookmark or gift tag, or a tag for a candy cane. That's what it was. There's a couple different things that would be nice if it's on a thicker paper. So just as I was choosing the activity, I went ahead and I stuck a sheet of cardstock in the printer if I saw it was something that, this would be nice to be printed on thicker paper. Also, as I was going, I did not print out every single activity page for each lesson. I just looked at them and I know myself. I know what I'm likely to do. I know what our kids are likely to be able to do. And I chose the ones that I actually liked, that I actually wanted to do. And the ones that kind of fit my philosophy and thoughts on Christmas. And I definitely did not print every single one, because, when you're printing yourself, you're kind of lazy and you're more motivated to, if it's not something that you actually want to do, then you might just not print it. Save the paper, save the ink, save your time. So that's my system, everything in one binder. Oh yeah, so some of the things I didn't print were like the recipes, which I am sure they are nice recipes. Recipes is something we already have our own favorites. Okay, so that's the coloring page for that one. We already have our own favorite recipes, and you can't always get ingredients for American recipes here, so I don't experiment unless I need to. This was a game, Christmas charades. That's fun. So basically I printed out everything that we would be likely to do, put it all in one binder. It's nicely, easily organized, just like this. it'll be easy for me to go through, and we'll just go through all 12 lessons, probably one every, couple days in the weeks before Christmas, and we will get to enjoy this together, learning a little bit more, getting our kids more just thinking about Christmas in this year that we don't have a lot of necessarily what you would think of as Christmassy things to do. So that's what this unit study looks like, and that's my plans for it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and you can comment below. What are you thinking of doing for Christmas? And have you ever actually tried to do a study on Christmas for your homeschool? This is new territory for me. All right, talk to you later. Bye.